Being healthy can mean different things to different people. To me, being healthy means that I can do the things that I want to do. Every one of us can do something to improve our health. If we aren't doing things today to take care of ourselves, then it's going to be really difficult to reverse that later on in life when problems do come up.
And do you want to alternate flavors of Tailwind?
If possible.
Okay.
I kind of have it planned that way, but
I
have a lot of different flavors of gels.
Which flavor of Tailwind is in your ones that you've already pre-made?
I already put both of them.
Okay.
Okay. Got everything?
Got everything.
I think that's it. Pacer bibs in there. Got to finish getting dressed, put my race number on, and we'll get ready to go.
All right.
All right. So I'm setting out to try to break 24 hours in this race. I don't know if I can do it, but I think it's within my reach, and I am just going to try it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run!
Rio Del Lago 100-mile run is an endurance race that has been around for 20 so years. It's a really interesting race in that the first marathon or so, a lot of it is on paved trails, but not all of it. There are some technical and steep sections in that first marathon distance. 12 miles in and the first real hill. Some single track coming off the paved trail that we were on. Definitely steep enough to hike. And keeping pace, pretty good. You can see the sunrise coming up earliest part of it.
So far, he's doing great. He's meeting his goal for carbs per hour because he has actually consumed everything that he's taken with him. He's behind on fluids, though.
I feel like I went nowhere. That's where I started. So the first 30 miles or so, I was definitely ahead of my pace chart, which felt great. But it was also nice and cool in the morning, and then it started warming up. I'll change. Definitely warm enough. I don't want to wear that. And as soon as it started warming up, as early as 8 o'clock, like 3 hours into the race, I had to start slowing down because I was not acclimated to the heat. I trained up in Lake Tahoe. It's been 40 degrees, 50 degrees is kind of a warm day. So temperatures up in the high 70s was something I wasn't really accustomed to. We had a lot of discussions about these ultra distance races, and I kept thinking the 50K run is really nice. Like, it could be really hard, but it doesn't feel much different than a marathon. And you might have some low points, especially if you run out of fuel or get dehydrated or something. And it could take you 6 or 7 hours, but it is over. It doesn't completely destroy you. You might feel like it for a little while, but the 100-mile is a totally different game. It is tough. It's a tough event.
It's 11:41. Ah! Woo!
Oh, Carter got me a towel. And there's ice in it. It's good enough, right? And then I've also got Crustable for you. But it's probably I've got Dave.
That was a tough section, but I got a.
Used to the heat too.
Yeah, the heat. It's not that it's warm in Tahoe. I can't think.
You want me to hold it?
I'll buckle, you keep drinking.
It's getting harder to eat.
Maybe I'll buckle.
At the next cruise stop, I get a pacer. So that's good. It's hot. It just slowed down a little bit. Still doing. The time is so good.
So we'll see him here again.
Stoked to help Jerry get that buckle. Yeah, I think this next section is interesting because this race is kind of like 3 different races. He's just done a very runnable, like 40 miles coming in here, almost like a road marathon to start. And now we're gonna go out and we're gonna do like a legit mountain 50K, and then he's got like a 20-mile straight up run to the finish. So definitely, challenges the runner to be multi-dimensional. They have to be a good straight up runner and good in the mountains.
The course for me had 2 really tough sections. One of them being the famous meat grinder, which isn't that long, but what it is a lot of step ups and step downs, a lot of rocks. It's a narrow single track. It's hard to get your rhythm. I think running it on fresh legs would be fairly easy, but when you're already in, and you have to run it twice, so you run it at about mile 30, 35, and then you run it again at around mile 80 or so.
Oh, I got a plan. I am experienced at this, so I've got all kinds of things to keep him entertained. So bring like a little Bluetooth speaker that's here that I won't play if other runners are around. But I have a jam and playlist. Gonna hit the Taylor Swift hard to get him motivated, try to get him singing. If he won't sing, then I will sing very off key to amuse him. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's just like a 50K, so that's not too bad.
My hands are so swollen.
It's
the heat. I gradually came into more difficulties. My hands were swelling, my feet were swelling. It became really difficult to run on anything that wasn't like smooth. So if there was a little bit of gravel, that was fine. But if there were rocks or roots that I was stepping on, my feet just did not tolerate it.
That's cool to be
I know. I think it's just the heat. I've like experimented with both. And
okay, it's gonna cool down here. Are you hot?
it's been warm.
I got this ice buff here if you want to take this.
It's okay.
But this it's pretty good. It's pretty good from here until you get down to the confluence.
It's a perfect knot.
Okay, it is.
Well, now I feel like I should at least pace someone to run something.
And I didn't have the sensory proprioception that I needed. Like I was really kind of off balance and I felt wobbly out there.
So you've been doing good on the hydration, or do you need to catch up?
I've been trying.
Starting.
Do you want some ice in your hat?
I don't know if I mean, I purposely carry more than I
Kill the guy, but he ran into the side of the telephone pole.
hanging in there. Can't run those single track that fast. Very slow on them. How much time we got before it gets dark?
A few hours. 3 hours.
How many?
3 hours.
Okay.
I'll have her.
Like the time, I think Justin was 16.
You definitely need a light. You got lights?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got one here.
It'll definitely be dark before the next crew stop.
Yeah. The other trail that I found was really challenging is Goat Hill. Goat Hill is somewhere around mile 60, and it's only a quarter-mile long. But to give you an idea, it took me almost 13 minutes to get up this thing. Climbing on my toes, very small steps. In fact, I fell backwards twice, and my pacer Gabe was right behind me and was able to hold me up so I didn't fall all the way back down the hill. It was something I didn't expect at that point in the race, for sure.
Now Jerry's gonna be like a minute per mile faster. He's so much lighter.
Not that much lighter.
The biggest challenge I had out there was Goat Hill. That was unexpected. It was probably midnight. It was really late and dark. It was a very dark trail. We had a full moon, but if you have any canopy, you don't have the benefit of that. Getting up there, my calves were just screaming at me. They were so tight. Strava says it's an average grade of like 20.7%. The part that I really remember wasn't even a quarter mile long. It was more 0.15 according to my pacer. And then trying to run after that, my calves were still really on fire. Getting up to Cool Fire Station just took longer than I anticipated.
And I brought on like a, not that big, but like a...
Those last miles going into the Cool Fire Station, which I think is around mile 68 or 9, or get 65 or something like that. When those last miles were so tough, and Gabe knew I was struggling, but he stayed forward focused. He kept saying what I needed to do next. I need to get some food in me. I need to basically get out of there, all right? And that forward focus, even though I was struggling, just kept me moving.
Smaller water bottles, and I brought on like a, not that big, but like a...
Yeah, sleeping?
No, he's waiting at the car because I had it on to...
It was a long section, 25 miles. The last 9 miles from the last aid station were pretty technical, slow going, so it's dark. So you're definitely struggling. So I think we need to get some calories in them and a lot of caffeine, like a shitload of caffeine. That's good. That's gonna be key. But he's got time. We just have to keep moving, and he can get it done. I think mentally he's doing well. I think he just kind of physically, just like the technical stuff, he's kind of stumbling on, which is usually like your brain is slowing down. So we kind of ran out of caffeine gels. So I think here just giving a massive dose of caffeine to kind of get his brain going again, and he'll be good.
We're gonna go. This is the shortest way.
Huh?
I'm taking you the shortest way. Nice. Okay.
Alright, let's see. Maybe like a 5-hour energy, something that's gonna hit hard. Time for the high octane stuff.
It was kind of windy up there and cold. Even though I wasn't getting cold out there running, stopping at that aid station, all of a sudden my body temperature started dropping. And... Okay.
I know. See? I don't want you to get cold.
Good.
There you go. Matt kept the blanket warm for you.
Last 6 or 7 miles. Really kicking my butt.
I'll take some of that pizza, that looks good.
Gabe's having a good time.
Yeah.
Talking to everybody. Barely.
You got the caffeine gummies.
Yep, caffeine gummies.
I'll take this.
Okay. Get out of here.
What?
My hands are getting better.
Yeah.
You see how swollen they were?
Yeah. Do you want some gloves? Want those white ones?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep going. I'll keep going.
Okay. Oh man.
Okay. Here's the gloves and we're going this way.
Okay.
Okay. One.
See if I can get on.
Yeah, you can. These are big. These are like Mickey Mouse gloves. That's why I got these.
Nice.
Yeah.
Phone to use, so.
Yeah, so you might as well have your gloves on.
It was a challenge to get myself recentered and out the door and get started on that trail again.
Alright, get that fucking buckle, dude.
Finish it up.
20-minute miles. All the way, that's what you do.
Power walk. Gabe was in for an 11-hour
All right.
call there.
I know. That.
I didn't include everything.
Okay. I'll look through it.
Yeah, I might want
Okay.
a couple other things. The 5-hour energy
Yep, got that.
is for
Okay.
me.
Yep.
Okay.
Quesadilla's warm.
Quesadilla. Oh, awesome. You can only eat one at a time.
Okay. Yeah. I have a little bar for you.
My pacers were awesome. Gabe was my first pacer and he paced for about 31 plus miles. And he did such a great job. He's very skilled at at ultra distance. He's run a lot of 100 miles, 200 mile plus races. So he's used to what it feels like out there and what he knows what I needed better than I knew. But his guidance through those miles was indescribable. It was, I don't know, I really feel like I would not have finished this race if Gabe wasn't there.
That was good. It's better, I think, getting like we talked about the last at cool, getting some food and a ton of caffeine on board. It kind of came back to life, so he's moving well. So yeah, just keep food, caffeine, food, caffeine.
I think it'll be good. Feeling energized. Should be fun. So I got the easy part. So Jerry's got to do the hard part. And you had the fun part.
That's a legit section, man. That'd be a tough straight up 50K if you did that as just a 50K. You know, people think of like the Western States Trail as buff and runnable, but there's some pretty technical, steep stuff.
From Gabe
Yeah,
and the bib. Okay.
Okay. I think I'm doing okay.
Okay. You're in a much better state than you were earlier.
Yes.
Probably. Do you have another light?
Yeah. I do.
You got a bright light? This is super. I'll give you this.
I have another waist light.
This is super bright.
Oh, this is good.
You want to take this headlamp?
Wait.
Probably got another 3 or 4 hours on it.
Sure.
I'll grab that.
Okay. Are there any chargels in the pack that I just gave you? Okay.
Okay.
All right, man. With that buckle.
I'm gonna get a little more.
Buckle up or bust.
Take the quesadilla with you. Here's a brand new one. Do you want to hold one? Got it?
No, just enough.
Quesadilla.
Well, I could take it and throw it in the trees if
There
I
you
don't
go.
want it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take it in case it's easy to dispose of if you don't need it.
Yeah.
You good? You heading out?
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta go this way. Back on the path.
All right, man.
All right, we'll
Crush
see
it.
ya.
You gotta record.
Exactly. Because if you don't get to post it.
It is the slowest 18 months. Is it about 18?
24.
Oh, it's 24 left.
I think we're at about 7.
This should be a little faster for a while anyway.
Yeah, so we got downhill and then it's basically along the lake going in.
It's a little, I mean, I had trouble running it, but I think it'll be okay.
Picking up Matt at mile 76, I guess it was. That was pretty cool because Matt and I have known each other for a long time, but it's been like 5 years since we've really seen each other. So we got to really talk a lot, and it just made the night go so much smoother. I didn't have to focus on what wasn't going well or what wasn't feeling good. It was reconnecting with a friend and just feeling his companionship out there was really something special. And Matt is a good runner. We got off course at one point and he ran up and down the hills to find where the course was so that I didn't have to run with him and go search for it. That was nice. And I think it was a great experience to share with Matt as well. The ultra marathon is a race that, if you haven't done it, it's really difficult to understand because the goals of finishing under 24 hours or even finishing, they're a little arbitrary, and the race itself, it is more about getting to those points that things really hurt or you're really tired, something's not going right, and you have to figure out how you're going to get through it.
Gerald Cook. Number 62, Gerald Cook.
I did not my 24-hour goal. I was okay with that way early on. I expected that I would have reached the 30-hour goal without much trouble. So when I didn't reach it, that was a little surprising. But I knew how I felt during the race and how things were going. So when it dawned on me that I might not reach the 30-hour goal, I also was at peace with that. But I wanted to finish, and I did finish despite meeting the cutoff, and the feeling was awesome. That last stretch into the finish, we come out on the road, and it was 15 minutes after the 30-hour cutoff already. So people were driving out of the park. There was a line of cars, but I'm chugging along, and people were rolling down their windows and congratulating me and saying, "Way to stick it out, stay in there," because they knew that I knew it was past 30 hours, but I was able to finish it. It can be difficult to remember, like, why did I sign up for this? What made me think that this would be a good idea? But overcoming those challenges, digging deep, coming out on the other end, finishing the race, doing what you could do realistically, and thinking about how you can do it better next time is an amazing experience. And for myself, inviting people out to help. Molly was there to be my crew chief, and then also brought out Matt and Gabe to pace me. That's a big ask from people. And, I can go run a marathon with nobody there and just show up, run it, drive myself home, whatever. But when I was out there and getting assistance from my friends and my wife to finish this race, it was hard to believe that people cared that much about what I'm doing. And that alone gave me a lot of motivation to finish, because it's kind of sad if I don't, for myself, but also the people that are supporting me don't get to see the victory in the finish. Even though I had all these thoughts of, why don't I just run 50Ks in road marathons? I knew as soon as I finished, I was doing another one. The experience part of it's in my nature, but the experience that I learned in doing the 100, I want to take it forward, and I want to see if I can do the 100 better. At 31 miles, I heard my watch buzz, and I looked at it, and my time was 5 hours and 55 minutes. And I realized, wow, that's a 50K personal record. My previous one happened to be during the Leadville 100, when I ran the first 31 miles in 6.5 hours. So it was a 35-minute improvement on top of that. That was kind of cool, but part of me also thought, I'm running 100 miles. I don't need to set a 50K PR at a 100-mile race. So maybe I went out a little too fast. I don't know. But the beginning of the Rio Del Lago is less challenging than the rest of it. And it was nice and cool in the morning, and it was fresh. So there were a lot of reasons why I set that PR. But even though I kind of relished in it, I wondered if it was the wrong time for that. The other really big thing was the finish. Seeing the finish, knowing that I was going to finish, and then reaching it, and my entire crew was there. My nephew and his girlfriend were there. That surprised me. Knowing that I got it done.
Feeling better. A little wrecked. I would say I don't know that I've ever been this wrecked. After the race, I probably felt similar to other races. But, that night and like yesterday, it was gradually getting better, but it was still, I was just like, I could barely walk. My feet are still so swollen that it's painful. You know, it's not compartment syndrome or anything like that, but my weight went up 5 pounds and it's still up 5 pounds. So it's all fluid. I'm just like totally inflamed. The race, I mean, I can tell you, like, I looked at my splits on Strava. I could tell you pretty much mile by mile what was going on. The 24-hour pace, that goal, um, I think it was good to start at. The first 12 miles are exactly like I expected, except that profile map just doesn't really do because it's so small. It doesn't really do the race justice. There's a lot of rollers. So those little rollers on a 100-mile profile map just don't look like anything. But so the first 12 miles, there were rollers and stuff, but it was, 98% paved bike path. And, um, I could run them all. I did run them all. As soon as I hit mile 12, or I finished mile 12, so going into 13 was the first steep rock, off dirt trail, rocky trail that I had to hike. And it was fine. It was right about 7 o'clock in the morning. So 2 hours into the race. And it was that little bit of twilight. I went up, it's kind of like at the dam. So you go up the dam, um, up to like the top where the dam is. And then there's some like little gradual downhill little turns and stuff. And it's not real technical, but that twilight, like I could not really see the trail, even with my lights. I could not really make out the trail that well. And I read, everybody brags about or compliments how well marked this course is. It seemed in the first 12 miles, it was not only marked, they have volunteers at like every turn telling you which way to go. And then all of a sudden you're there and there's no volunteers and the markings are not that. So I slowed down a lot, mainly because of that. And then so people were passing me and stuff. It seemed like a lot of people there are familiar with the trails, local runners or something. And I was not stopping at these aid stations at all, like I planned. It got to the first cruise stop was 21 something, and I just walked all the way through it. Molly and I switched out packs. I just never stopped, and it was awesome. And then there was one just like 4 miles later, so it was like mile 25.6 or 8. Same thing. Swapped it out. Okay, after that one, we hit the trails. And the first part of the trails are they're not bad. They're like actually they're really nice. They're kind of a double wide trail, a lot like Leadville has, but pretty smooth. Little rollers, but pretty smooth. It was getting hot by then. Oh, I switched out to a short sleeve shirt. I mean, Molly and I did all that at one of the aid stations. So I think I slowed a little bit from that. I hit my 50K split 5:55. I was like, wow, that's a new PR. That was cool. This meat grinder thing. When I look at the meat grinder, actually both directions. I think if you're on fresh lakes, it's like nothing. It has a lot of step ups and step downs. A lot of it's not, the single track's not really flat. It dips down to the middle, like a little trough, and some of it is a trough. I mean, you're like, there's a wall of dirt from like a foot to even up to 3 feet that you're walking through, you know. I fell once at like mile 32. Um, it didn't hurt. I like fell and I fell kind of off the trail onto some grass or something. I was like, oh, okay, got that over with. But I just couldn't really get into a running rhythm. It seemed like every time there were rocks and stuff, I just was really slowing down. And plus, a lot of it was the heat. I heard other people saying, man, this heat's killing me. So then I get to 30, it's right around 36 is the cruise stop. And that is the first cruise stop that I actually stopped at. I changed my shirt. I was excited because I was going to meet up with Matt and Gabe at 44 and a half, so I'm only 8 miles from that. But that 8 miles, the uphills I think it was more the heat, especially when I came back at night on those trails. Um, it started getting to where if it was rocky at all, I just couldn't really run it. But if it was smooth, even if it was a slight grade uphill, maybe 2-3%, I was running it. I was like, I probably walked, I know, actually, not probably. I walked more than I needed to during that section. But I'm not sure how Gabe does this, but he's like, okay, this is only 0.15 miles and it's 100 feet. The next thing he goes, okay, only 0.1 left. I'm like, we went 0.05 in like 5 minutes or something. And I was like, but we got through it. Got up it, and my calves were they were just shot. I mean, they they were screaming at me. I felt kind of bad for Gabe because his 31, 32 miles was 11 hours. And then got Matt. Matt was good. He didn't push me quite as much, you know. Um, but he was we were we were good. We got off course once. Um, Actually, it was more than I realized when I looked at the little map. I think we were at mile 95 or so, and 90, 94 and a half. My watch was actually might have been like 93 and a half. We got back on course. Matt ran up and down the hills trying to find where the course was, and he had the GPX on his watch, but it wasn't like quite accurate. There were a couple times it said we were off trail, but we saw the markings, and then it would meet back up with the trail. So it was great when the sun came up, but it started getting warm again, you know. And Sunday was supposed to be warmer than Saturday. So at some point, I just realized, okay, we're finishing, but I don't think it's going to be under 30 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but we're finishing anyway. So, so I really don't have any regrets. I'm, I'm pleased with how it came out. Things that I thought of out there, part of it was preparation, you know, part of it was like, I felt like I never thought that the first part was too fast. My heart rate was good, but it was also cooler. It was, cold. I think the race is pretty legit. I think it would be worth in the future, like training on that. The meat grinder, I kind of like talk down the meat grinder a little bit because it's not quite what people what they say about it, But I think if you're used to running it on fresh legs, then that might help a little bit. My nutrition actually went really well. The swelling in my hands, so that happened during the day and when it was hot. And I've had swelling several other times when it was really hot, when I wasn't acclimated to it. After I picked up Gabe, it started going down slightly. But then after the cool fire station and I ate that food, my hand swelling just like dramatically went away. And within a couple hours, it was like, felt like it was normal. I was hoping my feet swelling would have gone down then too, but that didn't really happen. I can't say enough good stuff about my crew. I mean, it's kind of where I get a little emotional. I wouldn't have finished. I know it wouldn't have happened if Molly was out there and I was running by myself. And I mean, who knows? I might not even made cutoff or something. I don't even know what the cutoffs were, but I kind of felt bad having them there because it wasn't going so well, you know. But part of that also kept me in it. Finishing made it worth it.